going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
It's never been easier to buy a used car thanks to Prime Automotive Lawrenceburg. We believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating you right. Our friendly staff makes sure of it, helping you find the car you deserve, priced to fit your budget with financing options available. We're always getting new arrivals, making it easy for you to find what you need. Stop by for a test drive Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. We're located at the old Shoney's building on North Locust Avenue in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we'd like to welcome everyone into Cascade High School, where we have the Battle of Bedford Part 3, which is going to be the boys' version here at roughly 4:30. We're running a few minutes behind, but for the most part, the tournament's still rolling along on time as planned. So again, this matchup is between the Community Vikings and the Cascade champions, as Lawwell is going to get the start for the Vikings along with Charlie Haskins, number 5 Jackson Williams, number 14 Joshua Powers, and Andrew Tashio. So the usual suspects, we've got the 2 seniors, the 2 juniors, and the sophomore.
Number 5.
And as we thought for Cascade, the normal starters, the senior number 5, Caleb Kelso, the senior number 10, Henry Stone, Cooper McElroy, the sophomore, number 14, number 15, Ryder Pilkington, and number 25, Tyler Rogers, the senior. So we are getting ready to tip things off. It'll be Pilkington against Powers. And there's the tip, and it's basketball time in Bedford County. So Haskins will bring it across the timeline. Toshio with it. Toshio backside, Haskins puts it up, blocked. And McElroy sends that thing out. And somehow it belongs to Cascade, so it must have caught a piece of Haskins on the way out. So Kelso will have it for the champions, being guarded closely by Lawwell. Now they'll give it off to Stone. He'll give it back to Kelso. Kelso finds Rogers, who finally gets it to Kelso across the timeline. Now they'll swing it down to Pilkington. He'll drive the lane, but he's cut off. No, that being Stone. And now Rogers back out with it. Kelso, they'll swing it around the arc. McElroy with it on the right side. Now he'll find Ryder down there, and they'll swing it around. Stone with it. Stone will back it out. And now over to Rogers. Rogers back to Stone. Kelso with it on the left side. Now Stone with it at the top. Rogers on the right. And finally gives down to Pilkington, who will sling it cross court. Finds Kelso, who then goes backside to his compatriot, but Rogers stuck in the corner. Finally digs his way out as Kelso will give down to Pilkington. Good ball movement, but Rogers elects to not take the shot. Now McElroy with it on the right side as Pilkington traveled as he tried to set the screen and then opened up on the old pick and roll, but traveled with the basketball. 6:48 to go here in the first. We have no score. These two teams have already faced off twice, with Cascade winning both of those contests, as Toshio was bumped and fouled, as Pilkington will be the guilty party. The first meeting was at Unionville, an 82-74 loss by Community, and then the second meeting at Cascade was a little bit closer, but it was a victory by Cascade of a final of 60-52. So Haskins will bring it across, gives over to Williams, now to Toshio. Toshio at the top of the key, gives off to Lawwell. Lawwell now going to drive, kicks out Toshio. Now Williams beyond the arc. Haskins is going to drive down in and now backs it out. Toshio over to Williams. Williams drives, nice look to Powers, puts it up, and it rolls around and finds his way home. And that breaks the seal on the scoring. It's 2-0. As Kelso comes down and he found Stone over the corner, he really had a gentleman wide open underneath the basket, but elected not to throw to him. As now Kelso picks up the dribble, Pilkington draws the double team, and now Rogers with it, and a few down in front standing. I cannot see, as that one goes out of bounds. As I believe now a timeout has been called as well. So a timeout by Cascade. We'll take the break. We'll be back in a minute. You're watching Bedford County Sports on the X Sports Network.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment. Not for profit, for service.
We are back, Cascade High School, the consolation game, the Battle of Bedford Part 3, as Cascade has won the two previous matchups, and they look for the clean sweep here today. Kelso with it. Nice look into the paint as number 3, Noah Watson, has checked in, but that one's going to go out of bounds. It'll belong to the purple and gold. So I'm looking around the court and no new faces for Community, so they're still with the original 5 as Haskins drives. Nice look to Powers, blocked by McElroy as Kelso will come back with it. So McElroy already 2 blocks early in this contest as Rogers with it on the left. Now back out to McElroy, looks at the elbow to Kelso. Kelso turns around, finds Stone, 3-pointer, and that one off the mark. Rebound goes to Williams. Flying back come the Vikings. Williams puts it up. Yes! The floater goes over the front of the rim, and Williams was the man to have the hot hand against Loretto as he gets his hand in there and draws the foul. And now Williams chirping a little bit with the official. We do not need that. So Williams going to be called with his first foul as Cascade will have possession of the basketball, as McElroy will be the one to inbound, and Community given a little bit of pressure. This was a new wrinkle that we sort of saw against Loretto, and sure enough, it's coughed up by Kelso. Haskins with it. Haskins under the basket. Yes! The kiss off the glass, and the score 6-0. McElroy, Kelso being double teamed, and that one almost swatted away, but Tashio going to be called for the infraction as he did not have position. Tried to come over the side and will be called for the foul. So 2 fouls in the period thus far on Community. Cascade with only 1. As Kelso has it in the backcourt. Kelso at the top of the key gives off to Rogers. Rogers looked for Watson in the paint, elected not to go to him. Now Kelso coming off the screen, hops, blocked by Powers. The ball is loose, Lawwell's got it. We're off and running, 2-on-2 the other way. Lawwell puts it up, won't go, rebound McElroy. So it's just too strong. And Kelso now back, he's got the numbers, leaves it for Stone, 3-pointer. And that one hits the back of the rim, but excellent rebound by Rogers, who then lost it out of bounds. Turnover as Community will have it. So now the senior number 4, Tristan Billings, will check in for number 10, Henry Stone. As we go under the 4-minute mark, 6-0 the score. Community with the lead. Haskins will bring it across center court. Handoff goes to Tashio. Now Lawwell with it. Looking back to Tashio. 3-pointer. Bottom! Count it, and the foul! So a little tea time from Tashio as that one goes down. 9-0 our score. You could not have asked for a better start for the gentleman from Unionville, as Tashio will toe the mark. And the free throw, yes! 10-0 as Kelso will bring it up. McElroy now with it. Finally finds Rogers center court. Now gives off to Billings. Back to Rogers. Lazy pass intercepted. Knocked away by Haskins. Puts it off the glass. And Coach Worsley apparently not going to call a timeout. This thing's getting away. It is 12-0. As McElroy will get it up to Billings. Nice look down to Watson, but it's knocked away. Tashio slides in there at the last moment. Good defense by the purple and gold as Carson Boyce, the big man, the sophomore, will check in as Tashio will get a breather. Kelso will inbound under the basket. Throws it long. Rogers complete. Rogers, 3-pointer. And that one off the mark. Rebound. Yes. Nice follow-up by Tristan Billings, who puts it off the window. 12-2 is our score. Haskins with it. Hands off. Lawwell pops. And it drops. 14-2 the score as Kelso's got it in the backcourt. And that one knocked away by Williams. It goes out of bounds. And Cascade going to make some substitutions as Kelso and McElroy will check out. And into the basketball game, there is a number 31 along with Watson's back in. I do not have a 31 on this roster, so I do apologize. I'll try to get that as soon as we can. 2:40 to go here in the first. Rogers picks up the dribble. Finally hands off to number 10, Stone. Stone now will swing it across. Three-pointer. Bottom! Tristan Billings. And he's been the bright spot for Cascade as Lawwell loses control. The ball is loose. Rogers picks it off. Billings with it. Puts it up. Counted in the foul. As it's a one-man show, Tristan Billings is doing everything he can to get Cascade back in this one. As the basket will go, Hill will check in for Williams, and Pilkington will come back in for Noah Watson. So the free throw attempt is too strong, rattles out, rebound goes to Powers. 2:20 to go in this one. The deficit has been cut in half. It is 14-7 as Community still with the lead. Lawwell with it on the right side. Lawwell going to drive the paint, looks for Boyce, puts it up. Yes! The nice give and go, the kiss off the glass. And now Cascade with it. Billings. Ooh, a little bit of a lazy pass to Rogers, but luckily we'll get it down. Number 31's got it. Now we'll go back to Watson. Watson throws it into no man's land. Lawwell giving chase, and over and back the call as Kelso and McElroy will check back in. So they've got Kelso, McElroy, Stone, Pilkington, and number 31 as Hill will check in, or excuse me, inbound to Lawwell. So we've got Hill, Boyce, Lawwell, Haskins, and Powers as the handoff goes to Hill. Kelso picks him up. Now Powers, top of the key, gives off to Lawwell. Lawwell dishes to Hill. Hill's got it down in the corner. Now back to Lawwell as Haskins has it at the top of the key. Haskins drives in the paint, and Hill three. Bottom! Mason Hill, the sophomore from downtown, and the score 19-7. McElroy picks it up. Is almost picked off by Powers. Good job by Kelso to feed it low, and Pilkington is shoved out of bounds by Mason Hill as he'll pick up the infraction. So only the fourth team foul as that one inbounded to Stone. Couldn't get it to go. Excellent defense down low as Haskins will bring it back. Haskins drives, spin move, leaves it for Powers. Powers was going to go baseline. Now he comes back out, has that pass knocked away, intercepted by Kelso. And then Lawwell trying to pickpocket gets called for the infraction. Under a minute to go, 19-7. As that will put Cascade in the bonus. Kelso will go to the charity stripe. As Kelso, the first attempt is short. Meanwhile, back into the game will be Toshio. Powers will have a seat. Now Haskins and Boyce will swap spots down on the blocks in the lane there. Kelso, the second attempt, and that one is true. So the score, 19-8, 58 seconds. Haskins brings it across. And it'll be interesting to see what their strategy here is with 48 seconds. Long toss across, Toshio three, and that one off the iron. Rebound Kelso, he stepped out of bounds, but nothing called, and the ball is loose. A rugby scrum for it, and it's a jump ball tie-up, and it will belong to Cascade. But Bill, I think they missed that one down there on the baseline.
He definitely was on the baseline.
So Cascade getting a little bit of a break as the official now over there talking to head coach Doug Worsley as they will inbound to Kelso. 35 seconds to go, and I assume they will, well, maybe not. Kelso three, and that one off the side of the rim. Rebound, and it went off of Hill. It'll stay with Cascade. I thought they may try to hold, but Kelso had a good look at it. You can't blame him for taking the shot. 19-8 is our score. Champions with possession of the basketball. Any kind of foul would send the orange and black to the line. Kelso drives, kicks it across, going baseline, and a foul's going to be called on Toshio. So number 31 will go to the line for two. So 22 seconds to go. 19-8 is our score. And the free throw attempt goes down. So 19-9. As they get everything situated. And now they're ready for that second attempt. That one a little too strong and rattles out. Rebound goes to Boyce. 20 seconds. So Community plenty of time to work with as Kelso guards Haskins. Now Stone will come up on Hill. Back to Haskins. He is on the midcourt logo. So Haskins will dribble around. 5 seconds. Hill gives off to Haskins. Haskins to Lawwell. I don't know if we'll get a shot, and we do not. So a little bit of mismanagement there in the last 20 seconds. But overall, a great quarter for the Purple and Gold. They lead it by 10. You're watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Have you ever seen those halftime scholarships where you have to nail a 40-yard field goal? Yeah, this isn't that. I just had to open a Bank Independent account and follow a few simple steps. That's it. A 20% scholarship to UNA. Bank Independent. We're invested in your future.
Welcome back, Cascade High School, the consolation game, the Battle of Bedford Part 3, as Community took advantage of a great first quarter, leading 19-9. I do know the unnamed player, number 31, is Tyler Barrett. He normally wears 24 in the away jerseys, so I should have been able to guess that as I saw him on film. But number 31 indeed is Barrett, the one that was attempting the free throws at the end of the first quarter. So now that we've got that squared away, second quarter action, Williams, Haskins, Lawwell, Hill, and Boyce for Community. Kelso, Rogers, McElroy, Barrett, and Stone in there for Cascade. So Hill's got it down here in the corner. He'll swing it over to Lawwell. Lawwell drives in the paint, kicks it out for Williams. Williams thought about it, now goes baseline, lost it momentarily, saves it to Haskins, as Haskins will drive the lane, floats it, yes! Charlie Haskins, and the score, 21-9. Kelso bringing it up for the champions. McElroy thought about that long three, but Haskins there in his face, now motions for Stone to set the screen. Stone had it. Kelso, three, and that one off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to Hill. So back with it come the Vikings. Haskins gonna drive, and that one knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the purple and gold. Meanwhile, Powers will check in for Williams, as we've got 6:43 until the halftime break. Inbound goes to Powers, gives it down to Boyce down low, and is it a tie-up or a foul? A foul going to be called. And that foul going to be credited to Tyler Barrett. That is his first. So Haskins will inbound long to Powers, as it was almost taken away by Stone. Now Haskins beyond the arc. He's going to drive down, and he got corralled and sort of armbarred by 31 Tyler Barrett. So Barrett will pick up his second, as now they're going to get Barrett out of there, picking up that second foul. And into the basketball game will be number 20. That is Micah Jones, the sophomore. So Boyce with it. Haskins, Lawwell going to drive in the paint, kicks out, Powers, three, bottom! Josh Powers, and Community with the largest lead, 24-9. McElroy to answer, and that one off the back of the iron. Rogers and Powers both fighting for it, and Mr. Official says it's going to belong to Cascade. So, of course, Community wanting a foul called. And they were both going for the basketball. As Kelso's got it, gives off to Rogers to the left. Rogers going to come off somewhat of a screen by Stone, as going down was Jones along the baseline. And now gives back over to Kelso. Under 6 minutes until halftime. McElroy, head fake, drives baseline, puts it up. Yes! Nice shot by McElroy off the square. He was looking to see if he could draw some contact, wanted to try to get to the line. Did not happen, but he gets the bucket, 24-11. Lawwell, nice kick to Powers. 3, and that went off the back of the iron. Rebound is loose, and goes through the legs of Lawwell into the hands of Haskins, and Rogers definitely reached in, as the infraction going to be called on number 25, Tyler Rogers, the senior. As checking out will be McElroy. Back in will be number 4, Tristan Billings. And actually, they're going to give that foul to Micah Jones. I'm surprised, as from my vantage point, it was clear that Rogers got some arms in there, but regardless, Jones called for the foul. Lawwell with it on the left side. Now gives over to Hill down in the corner. Now back to Lawwell. Lawwell will swing it to Haskins. Haskins beyond the arc. Now he'll look up and hand off to Hill. Hill will come through. Now gives to Lawwell. Lawwell going to drive. Kicks it over to Hill, who was able to keep that one from going out of bounds. Now Powers with it. Back to Hill. Top of the key, Haskins. Haskins being guarded closely by Rogers. Now dumps down low to Boyce. Puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass. And the score, 26-11. As Kelso will bring it up. And Stone was going to try to set a screen for him, but Kelso elected not to come off of it. Now Billings blocked as he put the shot up, and Boyce would have nothing doing as it goes back to Boyce, who gives off to Lawwell. Lawwell thought about the jumper, and now we'll swing it to Powers. They'll swing it around the arc. Three-pointer. Bottom! Charlie Hustle knocks it down, 29-11. Timeout, Cascade. Coach Worsley has seen enough, and Uncle Mo has decided to jump on our bench. All the momentum in favor of Community. We'll take the break. You're watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
Stone, it's been here a long time. For over 100 years, we've worked with Stone in North Alabama. It's what we know. It's what we do. We build countertops for homes where life happens and monuments that honor lives well lived. We take our time, focusing on the small things most people never notice. From the first cut to the final install, it's done the right way. Because to us, we're only as good as our last job. Green Hill Monuments and Countertops, built with intention, built to last.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into Bell Buckle, Tennessee, where we've got a 29-11 score. Rogers will inbound to Kelso in the backcourt. Again, a big thanks to the X Sports Network for making this possible, bringing you the Battle of Bedford Part 3. As do not adjust your sets, as this is not going the way that the chalk would say. As that one goes off the mark by Rogers. Rebound is loose. They're fighting for it in the far side corner. And it is going to stay with Cascade, I do believe. As now Pilkington will check out, and McElroy will be back in for the champions, as Kelso will inbound in that far corner. 3:53 to go here until halftime. As they'll swing it over to Rogers. He's got it on the left side, now back to Micah Jones, as Jones being guarded heavily by Haskins. They'll swing it around the horn. Looking across court to Kelso. Kelso being guarded by Powers, pushed off, and a foul going to be called on Powers. as he could not gain good position as Kelso was going to try to go baseline. So 1 on Powers as Stone will check out. And back in is, well, for the first time tonight, I believe, is number 2, Jackson Gulick. So Rogers with it beyond the arc, and he'll give off to Kelso. Kelso going to drive in, picks up his dribble, and that one knocked away by Lawwell, and now Lawwell's got it. Lawwell spin move, leaves it for Haskins, puts it up, and that one will not go, but Haskins draws enough contact. He'll go to the line for 2. So, Bill, that was Rogers that picked up the foul?
Yes.
So Haskins gets that first one to go. And now Rogers will come out. Checking in for him is number 12, Isaiah Taylor. So a lot of new names to me that Cascade is implementing as the second free throw goes. And it may be just Coach Worsley trying to find the right chemistry with the correct 5 as number 20, Jones with it, gives off to Kelso, back to Jones. 31-11 as Lawwell reaches in, and I believe this time he is going to be called for the foul as they were trying to handle it with Jones. And that may have been called on Haskins. And the scores table buzzing, they're wanting to know some clarification. I thought it was on Lawwell. And now the officials, well, at least 2 of them going to congregate at half court. And I thought it was on Lawwell. Someone screaming off to my right that it was on Lawwell.
I thought it was on Lawwell. Because it said 1.
So now the officials will come over and correct that one. Now, how many is that?
That is 2 on Jonathan.
That's 2 on Lawwell. So we finally get all that sorted out, and Kelso with it as he'll give it off to Gulick. Gulick now will give back to Kelso as Kelso now going to give to McElroy. McElroy gets it down into the corner. Now they'll swing it to Kelso down to the lane, puts it up, and he is fouled clearly by Maddox Thompson, who just checked in for Community. So we've got Lawwell, Powers, Thompson, Hill, and Haskins. Meanwhile, for Cascade, they have got Gulick, they've got Taylor, Kelso, McElroy, and Jones as that free throw hits the front of the rim and then finds its way home. As now McElroy will back out and send number 12, Taylor, down into the lane. 2:38 to go here in the first half, and Kelso finishes that one down. Inbound goes to Haskins, 31-13. As seven different Vikings have scored thus far. And that's the key to the contest, as earlier in the year when Community was able to knock off Loretto, it was due to 8 different players getting involved on the offensive end, and we've done a great job of it tonight. As Lawwell drives, gets it to Thompson. Thompson, Powers, thought about the 3, head fake, pulls up, jumper, and that one will not go. Rebound by Lawwell, yes! Stick-to-itiveness by Jonathan Lawwell, probably the shortest one on the court, comes away and puts that one home. Meanwhile, Powers just hammers number 12, Isaiah Taylor, who had no chance of that one. Powers was going to make sure that basket did not go. In fact, really, the shot didn't even get off. As now Taylor will toe the mark for 2. We're at the 2:04 mark. 33-13 is the score. As that one a little short, hits the front of the rim. And now checking out is number 20, Jones. Back into the ball game will be number 10, the senior, that being Henry Stone. So Taylor will toe the mark for a second attempt, and he gets that one to go home as the inbound goes to Lawwell. Lawwell gives off to Haskins, and he'll calmly bring it across the timeline. Hand off to Powers. Powers his way through as he gives off to Hill. Hill now to Lawwell on the right side. Lawwell being guarded by Stone. Now they'll get to the top of the key, swinging over to Haskins. Haskins, head fake, thought about that one, thought about it a second time, and thought better of it. So now Lawwell with the basketball. Haskins has it. Haskins dribbles down, and back to Lawwell. Now back to Haskins on the right side. Powers with it at the top of the key. Now Haskins will calmly take it all the way back to midcourt. 1:23 to go. As Haskins drives, and that should be an offensive foul. Yes, it is. As Charlie goes down there a little recklessly and shoved his way, trying to force his way into the lane. And he's called for the offensive foul. That is only his first. So McElroy on the baseline will inbound to Kelso. 1:15 to go here until the break at half. As Watson will drive down and was looking for McElroy, who could not handle it. Back comes Lawwell, puts it up. Yes! The kiss off the glass. And the junior gets the bucket to go as Kelso gets it across. They should have numbers. McElroy three, and that one hits the side of the rim. Rebound goes to Thompson. Thompson's got it, 47 seconds. 35-14 is our score. I do not believe you could have guessed this one. 36 seconds. Community obviously holding for that last shot unless something appears just wide open. As head coach Hunter Farrell has got to be elated at the way this first half has gone. So Haskins, 17 seconds. Now back to Lawwell. Lawwell back to Haskins. They'll just float it back and forth. They look back to get the sign from head coach Hunter Farrell. Now here goes Haskins. Haskins, I thought he traveled. And a foul called. Bill, what'd you see on that one?
Yeah, he definitely fouled him. It wasn't a travel.
Okay. So Haskins will toe the mark. 4 seconds is all that is left here in the first half. As Haskins makes them pay from the charity stripe. That one goes down. As Toshio's going to try to enter back into the game. Powers will check out. So Community now has Toshio, Lawwell, Haskins, Hill, and Thompson. As Haskins, free throw, yes! 4 seconds. McElroy inbounds to Kelso. Kelso from half court launches it. And that one too strong as it goes off the backside of the rim. So we've played one half of basketball in the Battle of Bedford Part 3. Community with a surprising lead, 37-14. We've got to thank the sponsors. We thank you for tuning in, and we thank the X Sports Network for doing us a huge favor. You're watching Bedford County Sports on the X Sports Network.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit tennessee.com.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
This is the X Sports Network.
Over a century ago, Henry Ford put America on wheels. And since 1930, Sharp Motor Company has carried that legacy forward right here in Pulaski, Tennessee. Family owned and family operated, Sharp believes the secret to longevity is simple. Treat every customer like their family. Sharp Motor Company, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Located at 1516 West College Street in Pulaski. Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
Sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back into Cascade High School, where our score at the half, 37-14, Community leads it. Bill, go ahead and give us that update on the scoring.
Okay, Community having an outstanding game. They're led by Charlie Haskins. He's got 14 points. Jonathan Lawwell, he has 6. Josh Powers, 5. Andrew Toshio, 4. Carson Boyce, 4. Mason Hill, 3. And Jackson Williams, 2, for a total of 37. No one's in any serious foul trouble. There's a few players with 2 fouls, but we're in good shape. For Cascade, their leading scorer is Tristan Billings. He had 7. Caleb Kelso had 3. Cooper McElroy had 2. Isaiah Taylor had 1. And Tyler Barrett had 1, for a total of 14. So your score here at the half is Community 37, Cascade 14.
All right, and a little update on the girls' situation. If the score stands as it is, the Community Vikings would travel to Decatur County Riverside for that regional matchup next Friday. But again, we'll keep you posted on that result on Facebook. Meanwhile, we have resumed play here. The winner and the loser. The contest, as that one floats up, Stone can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Community. So again, the 2 teams you see here will play at either Hickman County or Lewis County. Their championship game will be played later tonight. So if Community can hang on, they would play the loser of that game, and Cascade would catch the winner. So Lawwell with it at the top of the key, floats it over to Toshio. Powers, Toshio, Williams, Lawwell, and Haskins come out of the locker room for the Vikings, as McElroy, along with Rogers, Stone, Kelso, and Barrett, are in there for Cascade. Williams thought about driving in the paint, and he'll just simply back it out, as Toshio now comes around the horn, gives it off to Lawwell. Lawwell going to drive down, head fake, spin move, gives off to Haskins. Haskins drives in the paint, was looking for Powers backside, finally comes away with it. Williams in the lane, has it, now gives out to Haskins. Haskins, head fake, pops, and it drops. 2 points for Charlie Haskins, and the score, 39-14. Kelso will bring it across, gives off to Rogers. Rogers going to press the issue, now gives off to McElroy. 3, and that one off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to Toshio. Meanwhile, Powers floats it over to Lawwell. Lawwell over to Haskins. Haskins going to drive in the paint, puts it up, blocked by Cooper McElroy. That is the third block unofficially for the sophomore. As number 31, Barrett, will check out, and back into the game for Cascade will be number 2, Jackson Gulick. 6:04 to go here in the third, as Powers has got to be on the arc. Looking down low for Williams, and that was knocked away by Kelso. And Kelso looking at the official like it had to have gone off him, but instead the official deems it went off of Kelso, so it'll stay with the purple and gold. Inbound goes to Williams. Williams picks up the dribble, now gives off to Lawwell. Lawwell pops, and that one will not go. Rebound goes to Rogers, as now the ball is loose. Rogers gets it away to Kelso. Kelso does not have the numbers, and he traveled. Yes, sir. So Kelso a little indecisive if he wanted to take the shot or wanted to pass, and it cost him, as Rogers will check out for Cascade, and back in is Stone. So they've got Gulick, Kelso, Billings, Stone, and McElroy, as Tashio's got it for Community. Haskins, top of the key. Now he'll swing it over to Lawwell. Lawwell now thought about driving the paint. Simply backs out, gives to Williams. Williams at the top of the key, now off to Lawwell. Lawwell's going to sling it across. Tashio, 3. And that one's short of the mark. Gets his own rebound and stepped on the baseline. Turnover, as it will belong to Cascade. So McElroy will inbound to his compatriot. Kelso will bring it up. 5:12 to go here in the third. Cascade's going to have to get hot and get some stops. McElroy, skip, jump, tosses it over. Shot won't go. Rebound is loose, and Powers comes out of the pack with it. Gives off Williams. No, it's Haskins. The kiss off the glass, as Haskins cut in front of Williams and took that basketball and just simply put it up off the square. And the score, 41-14. McElroy with it, as Community in that 2-3 zone, as they swap and go back and forth between it. McElroy, 3, and that one rims out, and that's the kind of night it's been for Cascade, as Lawwell going to be called, I believe, for the infraction on Kelso. It'll be either Lawwell or Jackson Williams, and Lawwell indeed picks up his third. As checking in for Cascade, Kelso will get a breather, as number 20, Micah Jones, the sophomore, will come in for the champions, as McElroy inbounds, and it will go off to Gulick. He'll get it into the paint. Nice look to Billings, and he was going to throw down low for a cutting McElroy, who decided better of it and was going to pop back out towards the arc, and the ball's thrown out of bounds. Community with it. Lawwell over to Haskins. Cascade showing a little bit of pressure, but Community easily with it into the front court. Williams, Haskins, 4 minutes now, as Haskins drive, puts it up, and that one's short. Rebound, nice effort there by Micah Jones, who pulls that one down and is harassed at half court, but gives off to McElroy, and McElroy is knocked around by Tashio, as he was trying to make an effort to the basket. So Tashio picks up his third, as the official's going to hold up the contest, as a couple of champions are going to swap out, as Kelso will come back in along with number 3, Noah Watson. So McElroy underneath, finds Billings, and gives back to McElroy. Counted in the foul, as a nice effort there, a give and go. McElroy gets that one to go down, and he'll toe the mark for the old-fashioned three-point play. As Tashio will check out, Carson Boyce back in. So McElroy will come to the charity stripe, And his free throw is up and good. So 41-17, and the ball still on the court. Finally, Williams has got it, and he'll inbound as Cascade showing a ton of pressure. Boyce with it. He'll give off to Williams. Williams in the paint, puts it up, and that one will not go, as now they're actually going to say that the foul was on the floor. So he's not even going to get to attempt the 2 free throws, as Williams was making his way to the free throw line and then looks over and is like, you got to be kidding me. Even the official on the baseline, I believe, thought that it should have been 2 free throws. But anyways, we got some substitution as Rogers and number 12, Taylor. So number 25, Rogers, number 12, Taylor back in for Cascade. Williams. Now to Haskins, as Powers has got it at the top of the key. He'll hand off to Williams. Williams, a little bit of a shove, puts it up, floater, short. And Boyce going to be called for the foul, I think, as Gulick was trying to go for the rebound. And indeed, Carson called for his first infraction. 3:25 to go here in the third. Community in full control of this one. McElroy, 3, bottom! Cooper McElroy, and he's the one, if you're Cascade, that needs to get hot, as now Haskins with it. 40-21. Powers to answer, 3, and that one rims out. Rebound goes to Kelso. Kelso bringing it back in a hurry. Rogers with it, swings it over. McElroy, another look, 3, bottom! McElroy with a hot hand. 41-23, as Haskins in the lane puts it up and called for a travel. That basket will not count, as now into the basketball game will be number 11, the junior, Delonte Clay, as Rogers will get a breather. Yes, Rogers will get a breather. McElroy over to Kelso, as Gulick is in there along with Clay and number 12, Isaiah Taylor. McElroy, long 3, and that one off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Lawwell. Community's got the numbers. Haskins drives, and that one may have been partially blocked. Anyways, it did not go. Good defense by McElroy, who's tried to do it all on both ends of the court. But a foul is called, and that is on number 14, Cooper McElroy, who picks up his first, and now he'll come out of the basketball game for a little bit of a breather, but he has definitely brought Cascade a little bit of a spark, as Kelso called for the foul as they were trying to inbound to Williams. So now that is 4 team fouls on Cascade with a steal. Kelso puts it up, gets the easy 2. As the fouls, there's 4 team fouls, 3 team fouls, and now a timeout called, as we've got to rein things in. So we'll take the break. You're watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
Banking made simple and convenient. At Builtwell Bank, we're here for you. Whether you're making a milestone purchase or saving for retirement, our dedicated financial team will walk with you every step of the way, because we care. From personal banking accounts to making sure your business and commercial needs are met, we'll make sure you have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and goals. Serving Lawrenceburg and Summertown. Come see us today. Member FDIC.
So welcome back in. Community with possession. Bill, a little bit of a run by Cascade.
Yes, Cascade is on an 11-4 run right now. Momentum is trying to turn in their way.
So Williams with it at the top of the key as Cascade has made a run. Haskins puts it up, and that one is a nice little shot off the window as he drives in. Not a lot of resistance as Kelso comes back with it. 3-pointer. And that one too strong by Isaiah Taylor. Boyce with the rebound, gets it over to Haskins. 1:45 to go as Kelso's going to pick up another foul. As that is 3 on Mr. Caleb Kelso. as he will come out of the basketball game, and back in will be number 10, Henry Stone. So 1:43 to go until the third quarter expires. 43-25 is the score, as Haskins has it, and he will motion for Williams to go on through. Powers now with it, finds Haskins in the corner. Haskins, cross court, Williams, three-pointer, and that one's short of the mark, hits the side of the iron. Powers trying to keep it open, and a nice steal by Lawwell, as Cascade able to get it back, as number 31, Barrett, will bring it across, as Barrett will have it knocked away out of bounds by Powers, as he was trying to get it down in the corner to Taylor. So McElroy quickly back in, along with Rogers, and they've also got Taylor, Stone, and Gulick. Those are the 5 right now for Cascade. And Williams, Boyce, Powers, Hill, and Haskins for the Vikings. Rogers with it, he'll swing it around the arc. Gulick with it on the right side, now gives back to Stone, back to Gulick. Gulick, top of the key. Now McElroy with it, who handed off to Taylor. Now back to McElroy, looking for Rogers down in the paint, but he'll back it out as he gives off to Gulick. Now back to Rogers. Rogers, and that one I thought was blocked. Offensive foul! As Powers took the worst of that one. As the folks off to my right, obviously in orange and black, didn't agree. Bill, what do we see on that one?
Oh, it's definitely a charge.
So I agree, thought it was, but figured I'd confirm with another set of eyes, as Haskins now has it. And he'll drive down, leaves it for Boyce. Boyce now to the top of the key. Powers swings it to Haskins, and a travel. Haskins with a little bit of a shuffle of the feet before he got jump started there. So 39 seconds here in the third. 43-25 is the score. So Stone will bring it across, and he'll leave it over in the corner. Now McElroy with it. Swings it over to Rogers. Rogers, and that one almost went out of bounds. It was saved by Billings. And McElroy, hop, skip, jump, slings it down low. And the kiss off the glass by number 12, Taylor. As Haskins muscles his way. Yes! Excellent job of being aggressive, as Haskins takes it to him, and a foul on the floor, I believe. Well, will it matter? That could be the 5th team foul, I'm not sure, and I believe it is. So I think it would have been on the floor, but does not matter. Both teams now with 5 team fouls. So Stone will go to the line for Cascade. The free throw good. The senior number 10, Henry Stone, knocks down that free throw with 3 seconds to go here in the third. The second attempt is true as well. So the score, 45-29. Haskins with it. 1 second, launches it, and that will not draw anything, but head coach Hunter Farrell saying Haskins was fouled on that attempt. I'm not so sure. But we've played 3. You're watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back in. Cascade High School, Battle of Bedford Part 3, as Community with a commanding lead at the moment, 45-29, the 16-point lead, as Williams had his hand wrapped, but we hope that Jackson Williams is okay. He has come out, along with Boyce, Haskins, Hill, and Powers. Kelso, Rogers, Stone, McElroy, and Gulick, the 5 to come out for the champions of Cascade, as Hills got it over to Haskins. We can give you a little update of the girls' situation as Williams gets that one over to Hill. We do know now that the Vikings will be traveling to Decatur Riverside. So Decatur County Riverside lost to Hickman County by 10 in that championship game. So we, as the winner, will get the loser of that one. So you can pack your bags for next Friday night, as we will go to Decatur County Riverside. Meanwhile, Community's still with it. They're content with just dribbling this thing around as long as Cascade will allow it, as we have had an entire minute now gone off the clock, as Williams has got it. Now Hill down with it in the corner. He'll swing it. Haskins 3. And that one misses everything. It might have got a little bit of the net, but a save by Hill along the baseline. And Community still with possession as Haskins saves that one to Williams. Powers, 3. Bottom! Josh Powers, the senior, knocks it down, 48-29. Kelso drives in the paint, kicks it, 3-pointer, and the answer will not go, as Stone's shot was a little short, and then it goes out of bounds, as Cascade will call a timeout. We'll take the break. 48-29 is our score, 6:27 to go here in the fourth. You're watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee.
The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years.
And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
So welcome back, Cascade High School. 48-29 is our score, and I know I've said it several times, but I cannot thank these gentlemen enough. Mr. Will Pettis, Mr. Kevin Wright, and the whole crew at the X Sports Network for making this available, that we could have the broadcast between the girls and the guys, Cascade and Community. So big thanks to them. As I thought Williams traveled in the lane, no call. As coming back with it is Gulick. He'll give off to number 20, Jones. And now Stone's got it. Kelso, corner 3. And that one misses everything as Hill's got the rebound. And it's stolen away by Kelso underneath. Puts it up. Yes! Good effort by Caleb Kelso, who gets the easy 2. We come back the other way. And Boyce, the kiss off the glass, as Cascade did not get back in transition. Now a 3-pointer blocked by Williams as it's gained along the baseline. Kelso, and he takes the foul, takes the contact. He'll go to the line. A lot of action within the last 30 seconds. So again, the Vikings will travel to Decatur County Riverside for their matchup. The winner of this game, looks like it's going to be Community, would travel to the loser of the District 10 championship. That is Hickman County against Lewis County. That game will be played later tonight. So Kelso at the line for that second attempt. The score 50-32. He toes the mark, and that one goes down. So the Vikings with the basketball as Williams will inbound, and a whistle away from the action as what has been called?
5 seconds.
5 seconds? Seemed awfully quick to me. I don't know. And I thought I heard the whistle from off to my right, so that's why I thought maybe something called away from the basket. So my apologies. So the 5-second count. Good job, good pressure by Cascade as Gulick has it over on the right side. He'll get it over to Jones. Jones thought about driving. Now he's cut off by Toshio. Now over in the corner by Gulick. Now flashing is Kelso in the lane. Puts it up. That's short. Rebound goes to Powers. And he'll get it over to Williams. Williams will bring it across. And he's outnumbered. He finally waits for Powers and the rest of the group. Toshio's got it. Baseline gives to Boyce. And that one knocked out of bounds by McElroy. Good effort by that young man to try to intercept the pass. He deflects it out of bounds. So a lot of changes as Rogers and Taylor will come back in for Cascade. Meanwhile, for Community, Lawwell back in there. As that one is almost thrown away. It goes off of Stone, off of Jones, who puts that one up and in. As that inbounded long to Powers. Powers! And a foul going to be called against Cascade as the blocking foul on the aforementioned Jones. So we're just under 5 minutes here. 50-35 is the score. So Powers will toe the mark for 2 attempts. As that one goes off the front right side of the rim. As Micah Jones will check out, and back in for Community will be number 4, that being the senior Tristan Billings. So the second attempt, and that one rattles home for Powers. The score, 51-35. McElroy will bring it across. And that one almost knocked away, but Kelso stays with it, and he draws the foul. He cannot get the bucket to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. And I just want to mention that the next matchups that will feature Summertown against Loretto, and then, of course, the boys will be Summertown against Loretto. Those obviously will be on the X Sports Network. If you're not a fan of one of those schools, I would encourage you to tune in, as both schools have tremendous programs, both on the girls and boys side, and it will be a treat if you tune in to watch them tonight. As Kelso is at the free throw line, the attempt, that was going to hit the front of the rim, but it is going to go over and in, as Kelso will check out and Stone will be back in for Cascade. 4:45 to go in the contest, 51-36. So Cascade has tried to dwindle this lead as Lawwell's got it. Lawwell, the speedster. He'll hand off to Haskins. Haskins will bring it across the timeline. Haskins into the lane, and that one was deflected. And luckily, Community able to corral it as Lawwell's got it out at the top of the key. But Cascade is really getting after it defensively, that being Rogers and Taylor. And now that ball squirts out, and it's into the hands of Williams. A foul is called. So maybe that bails us out. Is a lot of pressure from Cascade, and you have to give them credit. Despite the score on the scoreboard, they have not given up, and they are showing it in their effort as Rogers and McElroy will check out. Watson is back in. So they have Watson, Kelso, Billings, Stone, and Taylor. One thing that has been interesting to me, Bill, and I'm not sure if Pilkington maybe was injured, but we have not seen him since the first half.
Yeah, that is correct. He's been a non-factor in this game.
And he was real big in the 2 prior contests, so not sure what that may be, as Haskins drives and blocked as Community still has possession, as Lawwell splits the 2 on defense. Haskins. Yes! The kiss off the glass. And the score, 53-36. As Stone's got it, gets it down in the corner. Taylor finds Kelso. Kelso drives, and that's a travel.
He travels.
Yes, sir. I was waiting. The far official was looking at the one on the baseline and finally called the travel call. But that was because of the good defense by Community, as Haskins has got it. And no one cries wolf. He takes the shot. Counted in a foul! That thing took an eternity to go down. But the and one, as Haskins gets that one to roll through. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the stripe to attempt the old-fashioned three-point play, as I believe that was Noah Watson called for the infraction. So Cascade with the basketball, trailing 56-36 as Kelso has it. He'll swing it over. Watson with it. Watson, nice look down low, but Taylor elected to not take a shot as they get in the lane. Stone couldn't put that one home as Lawwell on the break, puts it up, won't go, rebound, Haskins, yes! Haskins cleans it up, and the score, 58-36, as we go under that 3-minute mark, as Stone's got it at the top of the key, draws the double team. Now he'll get it over to the right side, Watson with it. Watson tries to split the defense, and it was taken away momentarily by Toshio, now in the hands of Williams. Williams has it stolen away from behind by Kelso. Kelso puts it up, and Williams lets him have it as a timeout is going to be called, I believe, by Cascade. And we'll go ahead and take the break. 58-38 is the score. You are watching Bedford County basketball on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
So welcome back in. 58-38 is the score. Again, the winner of this game will play the loser of Hickman County and Lewis County. And, of course, the loser of this contest will take on the winner of that game between Hickman County and Lewis County. We've got 2:28 to go. We've got the 20-point lead by the gentleman from Unionville as full court press by Cascade. Lawwell brings it across, hands off to Williams, over to Toshio. Toshio now gives to Lawwell. Lawwell drives the paint, head fake, leaves for Williams. Try the reverse layup, won't go. Rebound goes to Powers. And did he travel? Yes. So he got a little bit out of sorts and just could not come up with that one, as Billings will check out. And back in will be number 2, Jackson Gulick. So Gulick, McElroy, Kelso, Rogers, and Stone for Cascade, as that one could not find its way into the arms of a teammate as Community takes it away. Lawwell with it. Now Powers, Williams down low, won't go, too strong, rebound. Well, he gets his own, puts it up, and that one off the iron. Rebound's going to go to Gulick. So Jackson Gulick will bring it up for Cascade as we go under that 2-minute mark, as McElroy with it at the top of the key. Rogers, three-pointer, Gulick, and that one off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Toshio. Now Lawwell with it, and he'll hand off to Haskins. Haskins brings it across. Now he'll just circle around as he hands off to Williams. Lawwell to the top of the key, lazy pass, and Rogers is still giving everything he's got, even though there is just a minute 22 remaining and a 20-point deficit. Kudos to Cascade. They have not lacked in effort. Just one bad quarter of play, really. And Bill, you alluded to it off camera, but that one quarter really cost Cascade.
Yeah, the second quarter, they got outscored 18-5, and that pretty much put them in a hole they couldn't dig out of.
So again, in the second quarter, the shots just would not go down, and Rogers sort of jostled the scores table, but I think we're set for action. A quick pass, Lawwell, Toshio in the corner. He draws the double team, gets it back out to Lawwell. Lawwell fakes the pass, now gives to Powers. Powers will hand off to Haskins, now to Lawwell. Lawwell going to draw baseline, head fake, and then loses the basketball. And it is going to belong to Cascade, apparently, as there'll be a wholesale change for Cascade as these seniors playing their last game at Cascade High School. That being Rogers along with Caleb Kelso. And, of course, Billings and Stone among the seniors, along with Barrett and Swaggerty. So we go under the minute mark. A foul has been called, and now there's going to be a wholesale change on the Community side as the purple and gold come to their feet It was a tremendous effort by the Vikings. The starters along with the role players, it was definitely a team effort. As now into the game is Reed, Gray, Leathers, Dukes, and Hensel, as Dukes will bring it up, and he is fouled by number 11, Delonte Clay. So Clay is in there along with Taylor and Gulick, and I'm trying to get the numbers of the other gentlemen. Number 23, Landon Beasley, and number, I believe that is 13, which I do not have a 13 on the Cascade roster. I apologize. So the young man that is off to the right, down on the block next to Logan Reed, has checked in, but I do apologize. Do not have a number 13 on this Cascade roster that was handed to me. As Dukes will toe the mark, the free throw. Yes! So number 23, the freshman Cordell Dukes, gets into the scoring column. As number 0, Zeshawn Swaggerty, who I called out his name several times during the football broadcast, has found his way into the basketball game. 50 seconds as Cascade with possession of the basketball. They're going to swing it across. Clay with it, going baseline. And now he'll get it out to the top of the key to Beasley. And they'll swing it again. Well, they'll swing it around to the corner, and Clay cannot catch up to the basketball as Cascade will throw it out of bounds. Turnover as Community will have it with 37 seconds to go. Again, both these teams will have to travel. One will go to Hickman County, the other to Lewis County. We'll know that later on tonight, and we'll keep you updated on the Facebook page at Ball Network TN. So Hensel with it, 25 seconds now, as Leathers, the senior, has it for Community, and he'll dribble this thing around, gives off to Dukes. Dukes being guarded by Clay. Now Hensel with it. I'm sure we're content to just run it out if Cascade will allow, as now Gray has it almost at the midcourt line and hands off to Leathers. And that's indeed, I think, is what's going to happen. 5 seconds as the Battle of Bedford Part 3 is going to belong to the purple and gold. Final score, Community wins it 60-38 as the consolation game goes well for the gentlemen out of Unionville, as the scoreboard took the score down very quickly. But again, I believe the final was 60-38, and I'll swing it over to Bill so he'll give you that scoring update.
Okay, for the victorious Community Vikings, Jonathan Lawwell had 6 points. The top scorer tonight was again Charlie Haskins. He poured in 28 points. Jackson Williams had 2. Josh Powers had 9, Mason Hill 3, Cordell Dukes 2, Andrew Tascio 4, and Carson Boyce had 6 for a total of 60 for the Cascade champions. Their leading scorer was Caleb Kelso. He had 12 points. Cooper McElroy had 11. Tristan Billings had 7. Henry Stone had 2. Isaiah Taylor had 3. Micah Jones 2. And Tyler Baird had 1 for a total of 38. Once again, your final score, Community 60, Cascade 38.
So again, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Again, a big thanks to the X Sports Network, Mr. Will Pettis, Mr. Kevin Wright, and that whole gang. They were very classy to allow these broadcasts to happen. So again, we thank you for your time this time. Until next time, for Bill Knowles, I'm David Knowles. You've been watching Community Basketball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.